In a nation where more than 1 million matrimonial cases crowd family courts every year, the Supreme Court has highlighted a rare moment of dignity and mutual respect. A recent judgment dissolving a marriage by mutual consent caught national attention, not because of conflict, but because of compassion. Today, we break down what happened, what the court said, and the legal principles that make this case extraordinary. The Supreme Court granted a decree of divorce to a couple who approached the court under Section 13B of the Hindu Marriage Act 1955, which allows divorce by mutual consent. But what made headlines was that the wife did not seek any alimony or monetary settlement. She also returned the gold bangles gifted to her during the marriage, bangles that belonged to the husband's mother. The court described this as a rare settlement, a phrase that became the highlight of this judgment. During the hearing, which took place via video conference, Justice J.B. Pardiwala addressed the wife directly. The court said, "This is one of the rare settlements we have come across where nothing has been demanded. On the contrary, the wife has handed over the gold bangles. We appreciate this kind gesture." The bench further told her, "Forget the past and live a happy life." This personal and empathetic tone is unusual for apex court proceedings, signaling the judiciary's approval of amicable resolutions in matrimonial cases. Let us discuss the legal provisions involved. First, Section 13B, Mutual Consent Divorce. A couple can seek divorce jointly if they have lived separately for at least 1 year, they mutually agree that the marriage has broken down, they reaffirm this consent in a second motion after the cooling off period. Even then, disputes over maintenance, alimony, stridhan or custody usually delay settlements. This is why the court considered the present case exceptional. Second, Section 125 CRPC and Section 24 Hindu Marriage Act. Typically, women invoke these provisions for maintenance and litigation expenses. The Supreme Court is cautious when wives waive such rights because financial inequality can make consent appear forced. Here, however, both parties and their lawyers confirmed that the waiver was voluntary. Third, Article 142 of the Constitution, power to do complete justice. This is the most important legal point in this judgment. Under Article 142, the Supreme Court can pass any order necessary to ensure complete justice. The court used this power to dissolve the marriage immediately, quash all other proceedings pending between the spouses. Article 142 is usually reserved for complex constitutional matters. Using it in a matrimonial context reflects the court's commitment to reducing litigation trauma. This judgment matters for 3 big reasons. First, it normalizes dignity-driven settlements. In a legal culture where divorce often becomes a financial battleground, the wife's gesture of returning the bangles and not seeking alimony sets a rare example of goodwill. Second, it reinforces voluntariness. The court actively verified that the wife's waiver was free from coercion. This strengthens the principle that mutual consent must truly be mutual. Third, it highlights mediation-friendly jurisprudence. As courts push for less adversarial family law, this case shows that mediation works, amicable dissolution reduces emotional and judicial burden. Clean break settlements are both possible and appreciated. In a country where millions of families experience the strain of prolonged divorce battles, this Supreme Court order stands out as a reminder. Divorce doesn't always have to be a war. Sometimes dignity, empathy, and mutual respect can write the final chapter of a marriage better than any legal victory. This case not only dissolves a marriage, it sets a tone for the future of family law in India, a future where justice is not just legal but humane.